All right, so we are back, and this time it's an entire voiceover because apparently this entire time I had no sound. And I thought it was because my microphone died. It is not. If you look over there to the right, that black thing, that's my microphone, and it's turned off. And if I have the receiver plugged into the phone, then my phone microphone doesn't work because it's being overridden by the one that's not turned on. So, what we're doing today's prompt is ribbon. These are the top and bottom tabs. I did a little all I did was poke the holes in those. I had done that one like I was inking it and stuff. So I'm going to glue those in. But give credit where credit's due. This is the Junk Journal January kit from Debbie at Ink and Page. And I think I already said this is the ribbon prompt. This was pretty cool. Never did anything like this before. So yeah, right here, just gluing it in. Gluing it like 3 sides so that it's like a pocket tab type of thing. And this is also the first time I'm doing a voiceover at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning. I normally work on this stuff at night. But I woke up and saw this video in like a half an hour. And I have about an hour before I get Leo dropped off. So, why not? So here I'm putting the bottom one on. Only thing I wish I knew what I was saying, only because I don't know what was happening this day. I don't even remember what day I took this video. I'm sure I could find out the day I did this video, but that doesn't mean I'd remember what happened. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, obviously we're just adding some pressure there to make sure the glue is down. All right. Oh, it must have had a little glue pop out over there. That's okay. Yep. Okay, good. Now we take the ribbon. And, okay, so thought I had this brilliant idea here. To be able, because, what I'm going to do is run this ribbon through like a shoelace. So, just like a shoelace, I decided to, wrap some, I think it's just washi tape on the end, to try to make it easier. It didn't work out too well. Because the washi tape just didn't get small enough, and then it, instead of being round, cylindrical, it flattened out. It was just making it tough. I think eventually I ended up pulling it off, and yeah. Yep, I pulled it off. Pinch it. Come on, you can do it. Good job. All right, and I didn't want my ribbon to be kind of like all twisty turned wonky, so I was just making sure it was going through and flat in the way I wanted it. I'll see, that one had a piece of washi tape on the end too. That one seemed to work a little bit better, I think. My ribbon, I didn't have a thinner ribbon. This one's a bit thicker. I mean, it still worked. I just didn't have any thinner, ribbon that was a good color. I shouldn't say that. I think all of my ribbons are good colors or I wouldn't have them. But a good color for this particular page. How's that? See, it's kind of twisty, so I'm going to turn it and make sure it's kind of flat. I'm struggling apparently. There we go. Now I'm just going to make sure that it's even, fairly even. I guess it wasn't. There we go. Now I do recall I made an error in this. I started lacing it the wrong way. But because of the struggle, it stayed the wrong way. There's no way I was going to undo it. Alright, man, if I don't hurry it along, I'm going to fast forward myself. There we go. Okay, this one was the correct way. Maybe I didn't. I could have swore I did it the wrong way. A bit of a frayed end there, because my washi tape came off, of course. Let's go. Oh, look how easy that one went in. That was nice. Turning it so it's not twisted. think I did do the right. I wanted to come from the bottom up. And instead I went from top down. It is the wrong way. The wrong way for how, like, the look I was going for. It is. I mean, this looks fine. I was wanting the other way. That's all right. That's all right. Twisty, twisty. Let's say we fast forward this. Just to the end. You know how to lace. All right, we got her laced up, tied up, and trimmed off. So, here we're doing a little maintenance on the glue bottle. And we're going to put a little dot of glue on that knot just to make sure it stays tied. There we go. So here's our ribbon, all laced up. Kind of cute. Like I said, never did anything like that. I wonder how Debbie thinks this stuff up. So now what we're going to do is like choose our ephemera. And kind of weave it in, under, and through the lace. Right here I'm looking at pieces how I want to decorate the little top and bottom flaps. I'll make a little tiny cluster up there at the top. Is that what I'm going to do? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, little leaf. Do I use that leaf there? Not sure. We could probably speed up this process of my indecisiveness as well. Alright, so a little bit sped up here. Just because, I don't think you really need to see at real time my indecisiveness here. So trying to figure out what ephemera I want to use for my top cluster there, what I want to use for the bottom. So I'm getting it figured out here. A little bit of glue. Okay, there's my base piece. Yep, figure it out. I'll get it all situated and then forget exactly how I had it. Alright, do a little trim in there. Okay, glue those two pieces together. Now I can glue the whole thing up there where I want it. A little bit of pressure. Make sure it all stays down. Alright, looks like I did use that. Did I use that leaf? Okay. Little clampy clamp. Now we're going to weave some of the ephemera in there. A cute butterfly one. A little postcard letter thing. Yeah, and then the flowers. I think the flowers are cute the way they kind of poke out. Alright, we're going to work on the bottom. This, I pulled a piece of thread there and made that into like a little mock tag. So I could have a background in my to my word. Oh, got my Tim Holtz little ephemera out. Use a couple pieces there. Alright, got that down. There. That's cute, huh? And, oh, had an envelope there. I ended up not using them in here, so had a lot of extra ephemera to put aside to use later. And I was just checking to make sure nothing's flying out. And look, another one marked off. Ribbon is marked off. So we're good for that. We're good for this episode. You know what? Until then, we'll see ya.